Hey guys, welcome back to W's Gaming. Today I'm going to be doing Star Trek Lower Decks reviews. I'm going to be doing episode 9 and episode 10 and jam them into one video because next week on August 12th, depending on when you're watching this obviously, Star Trek Lower Decks Season 2 is coming out, so I want to finish Season 1 so that I can do Season 2 reviews. So I will do chapters for this video so that you guys can skip around a bit. So if you want to skip my review on episode 9 and just go straight to episode 10, then you can. So yeah, let's get started with this review. I'm going to start with episode 9, Crisis Point. So first off, we're going to start off with all the characters in the episode. So the characters in this episode were the Cerritos crew / all the main characters. Obviously, I mean, it's a little bit, yeah. For new species is lizardmen and rat peoples. I don't know their official names, so, I can't exactly say what their official name is because it's probably not lizardmen. I'm not gonna lie. If these lizardmen look awfully familiar to you, then you are correct. They are in Star Wars, or they have a similar look to Star Wars, Clone Wars, Bosk. And basically, if you don't know who Bosk is, he's a bounty hunter in Star Wars. He appears in Clone Wars, and that is on Disney+. So I guess if you're interested in seeing how much Bosk looks like these lizardmen, then you can totally go watch that on Disney+. Rat peoples don't look like anyone on Disney+. And while we're on, or no, yeah, I mean, they don't look like anyone on Disney. Well, not on Disney+, but no one in Clone Wars. If you guys are really, like, while we're on this topic, I guess, this is not the first time that we have seen similarities between Star Wars and Star Trek's looks. If you notice, the Breen look exactly like the UB's armor that Leia wears to get Han Solo out of carbonation. So, yeah. Who knows if Star Wars copied off Star Trek, or if it copied, or if Star Wars copied off Star Trek. I think Star Trek copied off Star Wars, I'm pretty sure, for the Breen. Lizardmen, for sure, because of, like, just time. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I don't know. Next is, we're going to be doing the summary for episode 9. So, for this summary, Mariner is furious with her mom, so she uses this training program that Boimler is using to train for an interview to have her own pirate adventure instead of training for an interview, like she probably should be doing, or let Boimler be doing. So, yeah, the summary for that is pretty simple. So Mariner's part of the plot in this episode is she was the creator of the whole program that got them all these problems, whether they be racial or even speciesist. And when I say, I mean, I don't know, that's a total different topic, I guess, kind of, because why I say it's speciesist, I don't even know if that's a real word, but Mariner, she thinks, because, you know, Tendy's Orion, and Orions are pirates and stuff like that. She's dresses her up as, like, this Orion pirate. So I guess that would be considered species discrimination, I guess, but I don't know. In Star Trek, it could be racial because, like, of everything that's happened. They've discovered so many new species that it started to become more, like, speciesist, or it's become from speciesist to racial. I don't know, but I just put both in, I guess, because I don't exactly know, I guess. So I just kind of put both in, both words, I guess. Anyways, so we're gonna do Tendy's part in the plot. So Tendi's part in the plot is she's supposed to be the Orion pirate in the hologram. But then she proves that she's not, that not all Orions are like that, which I think is a great thing, because they're starting to do some further development with the Orions. And the only time we really see how the Orions change is in Discovery. So it's kind of nice to see the Orions start to change in, like, right now. Next is we're going to talk about Rutherford's plot. So he wanted to tell his commanding officer how great he was. That was his part in the plot. You know, Rutherford was being a good employee, I guess. I don't know how to describe that. Employee, maybe? I don't know. I'm just going employee. Next, we're going to talk about Boimler's part of the plot. So Boimler's part of the plot was to try to survive Mariner's crazy, literal space pirate journey and prepare for his interview with the captain. And also to further the plot line of Mariner and Captain Freeman being mother and daughter. Next is the Cerritos' cruise part of the plot. And their part of the plot is the holographic ones, is to defend off Mariner, Tendi, and Rutherford. Not so much Rutherford, nor so much Tendi. More Mariner, I guess. Next, we're going to go on what is developed plot-wise in this episode. And like I said, Boimler finds out that Mariner is Freeman's daughter. So that was cool to see some development with that whole plot line of Mariner and Freeman being daughter, because it was nice to see them kind of furthering stuff long-term wise. Now, next we're going to talk about Easter eggs. So they mention, Shax, when has his big old gun and is trying to blast Mariner and Tendi in the cafeteria or whatever, he says, let the prophets take you to the Pa Wraiths or whatever. And so he mentions those, and yeah, here we have a Pa Wraith going into Gold Dukat. And here we have Cisco, the prophet. Hello! Say hello to the prophet Cisco. Because I guess he really is a prophet. They invited him to go to the wormhole. I don't know. He's very undetermined. Next, we're going to move on to what I liked about the episode. So what I liked about the episode was that we finally see something happen with the plotline of Mariner and Freeman being family. And I know I said this earlier, but I'm just so glad they did that, because I felt like it was unnecessary to have that, because they weren't really furthering it throughout the series. But now at the end, they started to further it. So that was cool. It's definitely gotten better. And then we also got to see an update on the Orions and their piracy policies. And it's also just funny. It's pretty funny. And I also liked that Mariner starts to see how much she actually loves her mom. Whether she realized it earlier or not. So that's it for episode 9. It's now time to review episode 10. So hope you guys enjoyed episode 9's review. Now we are going to be doing episode 10's review. So we're going to start off with characters, the same exact characters as episode 9, Crisis Point. All of them, really. That's good, though, because episode 10, No Small Parts, is the season finale, so I feel like you do have to include everyone. In the summary today, my friends, the Cerritos answers a distress call of the USS Solvang, not USS, that's regular ships, the NCC, I think, solving, only to find, though, that the Packlets had already kind of kablooied them and taken their scraps. So the Cerritos is pulled into a trap, and now they have to fight for their lives to get out of there. So that sucked for them. Next, we're going to be talking about the plot development. So, plot development, Boimler joins the Titan at the very end of the episode. The Cerritos crew finds out about Mariner and Captain Freeman being related. And Shax's death happens. And Rutherford's implant is taken out, so he loses all of his memory that came from the implant. Now, next we are going to be talking about Boimler's plot of this episode. So Boimler's plot was joining the Titan, obviously, and telling the Cerritos crew that Mariner and Freeman are related. He took off his, coat, kinda, because Mariner and him were handing art supplies to kids, and he realized that he had his comm on, or he didn't realize he had his comm on, so the Cerrito, and it was broadcasting to all of the Cerritos crew, and then he accidentally told the whole Cerritos crew that Mariner was Freeman's daughter, and if you don't remember how he did that, or if you don't remember how he found out, was in the hologram program. Captain Freeman said it because he accesses everyone's private logs. So yeah, that's how he found out, and then he told everyone because he didn't realize he had his comm on. Next, we're going to talk about Mariner's plot. So her plot was that she could be a good leader, and we saw that, and that was pretty cool to see her character furthered instead of just this horrible crew member, this little evil thing that likes to torture the crew. She can actually be a good leader and a good fighter. Tendy's plot is the next one we're going to talk about, and her plot line was to show the new robot liaison around, and that actually turned out to be useless. And she was, she just showed the robot liaison around and kind of helped cure the wounded and stuff like that. So she just kind of helped save the ship. In Rutherford's part of the plot, he saved the ship by putting the virus in the Packled's ship, and that's how he got his implant taken out and lost all his memory. So next we're going to talk about what I liked about the episode. So I like that it was funny. I like the Packlets thinking that all of Starfleet was the Enterprise. And I also liked how eventful the episode was. So I like that they had a lot of plot development and a lot of just events that happened that that's really going to set up season 2. And I think that season 2 will be better than season 1 because it'll be I just think it'll be a lot better because they set up so much in season 1 episode 10. So next I'm going to talk about Easter eggs. So this is my favorite part when I was creating these slides. So Landru from the TOS, or the original series, was back. Here you can see him on the left. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but I'm circling the one on the top left corner right under Easter eggs. That's where the Landru machine was. I also like that TOS was mentioned in a different way, and if you guys don't know what TOS stands for, that stands for the original series. And Ransom mentioned it in a different way. The old scientists. That's what he said. The old scientists instead of the original series. So it was a very cool way to bring that into play. Yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool. And discovering new aliens every week. Obviously, that is a reference to when. That's why you can see that I have a TV guide of TOS and stuff. Is because new episodes came out every week. So, and he said, Ransom said, like he said, that it seemed like they were discovering new aliens every week back then. And that's because they kind of were, because of the scheduled time for that, like for the episodes to come out. So I thought that was funny. Wolf 359. So one of the officers that was like talking to Mariner or sucking up to her, kinda said, "Oh, that it's you, the guy who thinks Wolf 359, which is a joke." And I'm like, so yeah. And let me tell you my opinion on the episode from seeing both Deep Space Nine and TNG is that it was no joke. So yeah. If you call thousands of deaths of people a joke, yeah, totally. It was totally a joke. And then also that the Dominion War was a joke. And that, my friends, was also a really, really bad war that a lot of people died in. In Deep Space Nine, it mentioned that one time a ship, like battalion fleet of 159 ships, went and came back with about 40. Like, that's a lot of crew members dead. That's a lot of ships dead. That's a lot. Just a lot. So the Dominion War, not a joke. The Wolf 359, not a joke. So Riker and Deanna, they brought them in with the Titan, and that's where Boimler went. So, yeah, we got to see them. That was an obvious Easter egg. And, we also got to see the Packleds, who I'm pretty sure were in TOS. Let me check. I was wrong. It's in TNG, not TOS. And TNG is The Next Generation. Star Trek The Next Generation. But anyways, so yeah. That's it for this actual whole video now, because I just finished episode 10. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and like and all that great stuff. And I will see you guys next time on Double Easy Gaming. Make sure you guys tune in next Friday so you can see season 2 episode 1 premiere review. Bye guys.